Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Our next hero ship design is a Hydran vessel. And like with the Eviscerator, this is basically the Hydran's equivalent of the Enterprise during the time frame of the General War.
The HMS Nobility. And has a very similar history to the Enterprise. Exploration, diplomacy, ironically mostly with the Federation.
Yeah.
Basically, this is the ship that helped the Hydrans get the logistical support they needed to retake their worlds.
Yeah.
So that says a lot. I should avoid that sun.
Yeah.
We have engaged
But yeah.
hostile forces at this location.
One of the first Baron-class starships built. Ha. The Nobility. For the first few years of her existence, used Klingon disruptors, as much of her frame was actually built from a D7 class cruiser. However, those were quickly swapped out for the preferred Hydran phasers, once they became available in sizes, well, suitable for a Hydran heavy cruiser.
Yes.
The ship would fight during both during the Organian conflict and the General War. The fight to regain the Hydran core worlds notwithstanding. Regardless, the Nobility did not earn the same sort of lineage as the Enterprise, as only two further vessels were named Nobility, and both of them were Dreadnought-class vessels, which ended up in the hands of the Cations.
Yeah.
Still, the ship lived up to her name as a noble vessel that performed her duties exquisitely.
Yep.
And that finally brings us to its status. It's certainly not the flagship of the fleet.
Yeah. So, first up, as a standard Baron-class vessel, it has Comms 9, Computers 7, Engines 8, Sensors 8, Structure 8, Weapons 7 as of 2270, and 1 point each in Command, Engineering, and Science. So, we're statting this thing as of 2287, and so this basically gives us one refit point to add to it.
Most likely into structure.
Okay. Structure 9. Mission profile.
Forward! Moving out!
Well, couple ideas come to mind. Multi-role explorer or strategic and diplomatic. Not quite flagship level, but
Well, she certainly performed the same duties. After all, without, well, this ship, the Hydrans would never have retaken their worlds.
yeah, there is a dedicated flagship profile, but that's basically sort of a super strategic and diplomatic.
Good as dead.
So, yeah. So if you want to do the strategic, we can do that.
Strategic.
All right. So, Stat values for strategic and diplomatic operations are Command 3, Con 1, Security 2, Engineering 2, Science 2, Medicine 2. Add those to the Baron modifiers. We have Command 4, Con 1, Security 2, Engineering 3, Medicine 3, Science 3, Medicine 2. And for baseline talents, it has one instance of extensive shuttle bays and rugged design. Profile talent options are command ship, diplomatic suites, electronic warfare systems, and potentially another instance of extensive shuttle bays.
Our colony is under siege.
I'm thinking command ship or diplomatic suites would make the most sense.
Forces of this location.
Most like. My apologies, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Moving out.
Right. So, let's see. Command ship. Command ship. The ship has command and control systems allowing it to coordinate easily with allies during a crisis. When a character on the ship succeeds in a command task to create an advantage, they may always be assisted by the ship's communications plus command, and they may confer the advantage to allied ships, landing parties, or away teams with whom the ship maintains a communications link. Versus diplomatic suites. The ship has numerous high-quality staterooms for hosting VIPs, as well as briefing rooms and other facilities that allow the ship to serve as a neutral ground for diplomatic summits, trade negotiations, and similar functions. When hosting negotiations, members of the crew may be assisted by the ship's computers plus command or structure plus command. Given the role that this thing had in securing logistics and such, securing logistical support and such, I would say diplomatic suites.
Alright, go for it.
Forward.
Diplomatic suites. We can still give this thing command ship as its final talent, if you want.
Moving out.
What works, works.
Yep. Command ship and diplomatic suites.
Are you sure, sir?
And ship. Alright. Weapons, it has phaser banks, fusion cannon, hellbore, and a strength 3 tractor beam. I will stat those once the vid is done, because, well, going into all the details in the vid is probably a bit much. And we have special rules. And the special rules are Gatling phasers, fusion cannon, and hellbore. And for derived stats, scale 4, resistance 4 equal to scale 4, power 8 equal to engines, and shields are structure plus security, so shields 11. Descriptor traits, Hydran starship.
Does Her Majesty have need of me?
Any other ideas for descriptor?
Have need of me?
Hero of the Hydran people.
For the glory
Hero of the Hydran people. Okay. That said, this probably isn't the only major hero ship of the Hydrans. One of their bigger ships is probably going to be their equivalent of Kronos 1.
Which will most likely be a monarch or a royal sovereign.
Yeah. We'll get to that eventually.
At the double.
Whenever the hell we decide to.
Yeah. We've got a few other ship design, and we got a few other hero ships we're wanting to do, including other species equivalent, other faction equivalents of the Enterprise. But I might as well list a few other names that are not Enterprise connected that I was thinking of. Isaribi, Normandy, and the Damascus A. We already alluded to that in the original Damascus vid, so we might as well do the Damascus A at some point. And I've also got a space station in mind called Ame no Mi Hashira. Oh, and we should also do a Bordescue version of Kronos 1. Because we've done a Vorcha version, we've done an Agvar version.
We might as well do the rest.
Yup.
Regardless. Bye-bye.